Welcome to 5th grade math with Mr. J. In this video, we are going to be covering multiplying fractions by a whole number. So as you can see, there are 4 problems on your screen. We're going to go through these 4 problems together, and hopefully by the end of the 4 problems you have this down. My suggestion would be to write these out with me, and if at any point you feel confident enough to try a couple on your own, feel free to press pause, and then when you're ready, press play and check the remaining problems with how I do those problems. If you want to do all 4 with me, that's fine as well. So let's jump right in to number 1, and we have 6 times 1/3. So whenever we're multiplying a whole number by a fraction, the first thing we want to do is take the whole number and make it into a fraction. And all you have to do for that is you need to put the whole number over 1. Now we have a numerator and a denominator. And then bring down the rest of your problem. So when we multiply fractions, all we do is go straight across. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 6 times 1 is 6, and 1 times 3 is 3. So we get to 6/3. Now that's an improper fraction, meaning the numerator or top number is greater than the denominator. So what we do is we divide the numerator by the denominator. So 6 divided by 3, and that's going to give us a whole number answer. So how many whole groups of 3 can we pull out of 6? And the answer to that is 2. Is there a remainder to that problem? No. So we are done. The answer is 2. Now let's take a look at how the answer relates to our original problem. So we started with 6 times 1/3, and we ended up with an answer of 2. Now normally when you multiply whole numbers, your answer is going to be greater than the numbers you started with. But since we multiplied by a number or a fraction less than 1 whole, our answer actually got smaller in value than the 6 that we started with. So even though we multiplied, our answer got smaller than what we started with because we multiplied by a number that was less than 1 whole. So let's take a look at number 2. And to go off what we were just talking about, we're multiplying 10 by 2/5, a number or fraction that's less than a whole. So our answer is actually going to be less than 10. So put your whole number over 1. Bring everything else down, and now we multiply. 10 times 2 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. So we have an improper fraction here. We don't want to leave our answers as improper fractions, so we divide the numerator, the top number, by the denominator. So 20 divided by 5. How many whole groups of 5 can we pull out of 20? Well, 4. Any remainder or anything left over? No. So our final answer is 4. Let's go to number 3. 2/5 times, put 8 over 1, so we have a top and a bottom, and then multiply straight across. 2 times 8, 16, and 5 times 1 is 5. Again, we have an improper fraction, so we need to do 16 divided by 5. How many whole groups of 5 can we pull out of 16? And the answer to that is 3. But we have 1 left over, right? 16 divided by 5, we get 3 with a remainder 1. So that remainder is a numerator here, and then we keep the denominator the same. So 3 and 1/5. Number 4, 2/7 times 11, put it over 1. 2 times 11 is 22. 7 times 1 is 7. So again, an improper fraction. So we need to do 22 divided by 7, which is 3 and we get a remainder 1 and keep the denominator the same. So 3 1/7. Again, we did 22 divided by 7 and got 3 wholes with a remainder 1 here, and we keep the denominator the same. So there you have it, multiplying fractions, a whole number by a fraction. Just remember, you put your whole number over 1, and then you have a numerator and a denominator, and you can multiply straight across. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time,